Hey guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn. I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, and we have a really cool guest again on today. We've been having a lot of really cool guests lately, Dave.
It's an honor to be the president. Are you sure?
It is. It's a big headache, and I've lost a lot of sleep over the last few years. And been personally attacked by.
Oh my gosh!
But God is good, right? And it's just taking the high road and loving on people and continuing our mission forward. I always say, if there wasn't the resistance, are you really on the right path, right?
That's true.
To help others. So
that sounds like Star Wars, though.
Dun, dun, dun.
I appreciate it. Good job.
That was not a Star Wars, dude. I don't know what came for that. But anyways, we have a guest on today who is with FCA. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you're all about?
Yeah, so my name is Campbell Cummings. I work for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I've been on staff with them since April of last year, part-time, and then full-time since December of this last year of 2025. So not too long, but just enough to understand like the role and like what the mission and vision is. Our bread and butter is the students and athletes, or the student athletes and the coaches. We're here to put a Bible in every coach and athlete's hand on the public school and in private schools as well. Obviously, we're not going to turn away somebody who is not a believer or doesn't know Jesus. Yeah, we are there to obviously share the gospel, and we're there to empower like this next generation so they're growing in confidence and boldness in their faith.
Yeah.
Because like obviously if we are the ones that are leading these what we call huddles, it's like campus meetings and stuff, we're technically not allowed to. And so what we do is like we find student athletes that are passionate about this, that want to lead their generation, and so we pour into them. So as we're able to go on campus, we're able to bring youth pastors on campus to build relationships with the kids so they're able to be poured into and then like get plugged into church and have a growing relationship with Jesus and his church.
Wow, that's amazing. And they are our future, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's so important. And I do a lot of suicide prevention work. And something I've noticed is, especially with our teen suicides, those who've had purpose in sports and different things like that are far less likely to complete suicide. It's an outlet, a safe place to process. And so to be able to foster that culture and especially with faith, that's critical.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like the main reason like why God kind of like called me into it. Now it was not my choice. When we start there, like it was not my choice to do FCA. God literally called me into it, and I believe He called me into it because He understood that my identity when I was in high school was baseball, and if baseball was gone, I didn't know who I was. And so I'm here to show this next generation, teach this next generation that there's more to life than just your sport.
Right. That's amazing. That's that pain into purpose. And I don't know, well, I guess pain of doing the sports, but what is something that really has driven you to be able to affect the youth, maybe from your past, or you have a deeper why, I'm sure?
Yeah. So part of my story, and I'll kind of like start with this and then tell you the kind of like the why. Growing up in high school, I always want to be Tim Tebow of baseball, proclaim my faith on the media platforms, sharing my faith and winning baseball games for my team. I took a break from baseball and I was coming back and hitting with all these former Major League Baseball players and stuff, and they're saying, "You got the talent, just go." And I got hit by a car. Wow. And that ended my baseball career. And I don't know if you guys have ever broken up with somebody, but I never got to say goodbye. I never had that choice to say goodbye. And so I checked into a thing called YWAM, which is called Youth with a Mission. And it was in YWAM that I was reading a book by the founder, and he was talking about the 1972 Olympics and how the late 8 Olympians got killed. And at that time when he said everyone's hearts were closed off because of the Olympics, I was laying in bed reading the book, and God's presence came on me. I rolled out of bed, fell to my knees, had my hands in a receiving posture, and I said, "Lord, I know this is you. What are you wanting from me?" And he said, yeah. And he said as loud as day, it was like a subwoofer with rushing waters as a voice. That's the only way I could put it. And he said, "I don't want to be Tim Tebow. I want to go make Tim Tebows." Wow. And I said, "I don't know what that looks like, but I'll do whatever it takes." And sure enough, it's just been like this ongoing process of my walk with the Lord and finding what this looks like and what this image is. And so like being in FCA and seeing all these kids that are so passionate about health, so passionate about, working out. I'm here to, elevate them and give them momentum and confidence in their faith and discipling them to get to that next level of, hey, if this is the end, are you going to be okay? Right. Kind of thing. And so watching all these kids and their stories of how the Lord's come in and just like shattered and like broken down their walls and stuff in different ways has just been absolutely incredible. Like there's stories on stories, and I feel so blessed the fact that I get to do something like this.
That's amazing. Isn't it interesting? It's not always the way we envisioned it, but when God works and moves in our lives, it's so much better. It may not seem like it when he starts doing these different things, but in the big picture, he knows best, and he's got a huge plan for us. And that's definitely painting into purpose what you just shared. So thank you. That's powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Dave's going to want to get into sponsors.
Yeah, buddy. We skipped our sponsorship segment.
Well, right, you did. That was your fault.
Oh, it's my fault. Whoa, just my fault.
You just yelled at the microphone.
I did. I didn't mean to. See how mad you
Usually I'm bad at
so angry.
Oh.
We're going to jump into our sponsorship segment. The next sponsor we're going to highlight is Spherion. Spherion, thank you for re-upping your contract for a whole nother year, sponsoring the Community Cares podcast. We really appreciate you guys. Are you a business in Reno searching for top talent, or an individual looking for your next great career opportunity? Look no further than Spherion Staffing. As the local experts in recruitment, Spherion understands the unique needs of a Northern Nevada job market. They connect qualified candidates with leading companies, ensuring the right fit every time. Whether you need administrative support, light industrial staff, or professional hires, Spherion takes the stress out of staffing. Call or text Spherion today at 775-829-8367.
Ooh, that was a mouthful. What a blessing, though, right?
What a blessing.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
It's amazing that anyone wants to sponsor us talking to people.
Well, we'll dive right into our cliche. They just like you making fun of me. Is really what
I think that's why most people listen.
Is this the relationship?
It is.
Understood.
It's true, and this is how it is behind the scenes too. So it's not like you're not getting not us.
Yeah,
you just decided to put a middleman literally in the middle.
I just clean up what yeah, exactly, and I just that's what we should call the podcast, the man in the middle.
That's kind of funny. The person.
Oh man. Anyway.
Well, be the change you want to see in the world is our cliche saying, and you're definitely being that change. So tell us more about what you guys actually offer as an organization.
Yeah, so there's so many different things that we offer as an organization. Right now, we're so young in this area that so when I came on staff, we literally had me at part-time and then somebody else at like less than part-time.
Wow.
And so now we're at 4 full-timers in our area in Washoe. And so
4 full-timers?
4 full-timers.
Wow, that's grown rapidly.
Yeah, it's grown so fast. And, my church, Livingstone South Reno, is like booming and looking for like a new building because we're literally going outside the building during services and stuff. Wow. And so the church is growing so fast, so quick, and so many people are getting behind us in supporting us. And so right now we're just touching the surface. But right now, as I said, like we go into high schools, middle schools. We're at the university, UNR, doing like what we call huddles, campus meetings, where the whole school's invited, but you only get a certain amount of kids. We do pizza. We do. We give out Bibles. Someone does a testimony or a message and stuff, usually from the kids. That's kind of like the surface that we're doing. We're trying to look for volunteers where people are passionate about this next generation, where they want to be like kind of like what we call a character coach, where it's like my specialty is like baseball. And so like what I'd be doing is like, hey, I want to meet with the baseball guys. So it's literally more intentional. And so you meet with them like once or twice a week. And you're just pouring into them. You're doing like basically a devotion, like after practice, after a game, that kind of stuff. So we're looking for volunteers with that. The new crazy, fun, exciting thing that, as I told you guys, like guys like don't be Tim Tebow, go make them. I truly believe that this is like basically like my calling of like what's going to happen and stuff is
Crazy.
We're starting this thing called FCA Sports. So what we're going to be starting out and rolling out in the fall is it's over at Excel Christian School, and
My wife teaches there.
oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love that school. There's such great people over there.
Good people.
Great people.
Besides Nika. No, just kidding.
Whoa! I'm just clipping that and I'm sending that to Nika.
I'm just kidding. Nika's amazing.
I'm gonna leave that out.
She wouldn't even say hi to me when
gonna
I was
clip
talking
it.
to you last weekend. You're like, talk to Chaz. She's like, bye.
That's funny.
Got you back.
Got your back. That's fine. I'm gonna clip it just for her. It'll be hilarious. Share it on TikTok.
Make you the bad guy.
Okay. I'm already the bad guy, I guess. It's okay.
You know, you do become the bad. Like you're not actually a bad guy, but people like view you. I think it's because you're authoritative. It's good. We need more of that in this world.
I don't know about
You got that dad energy. You know
The dad energy?
That dad energy.
That's because the people around me are making bad choices. So like trying to get them on the right path.
all you children, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm Chaz.
No. Get out of here.
That sounded weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird.
Well, we derailed this podcast. Sorry.
FCA is
You're good.
FCA sounds
FC
great.
Sports, yeah.
Yeah.
FCA Sports.
FCA Sports. And so basically it's a league, and we're going to roll out like, I think we're going to start with like the homeschool and high school kids.
Any pickleball?
Not right now, but that'd be a great start, honestly.
it.
Out of all the
start it.
sports you could pick was pickleball. You don't even play pickleball, dude.
No, but I think it's hilarious that people do.
Dude, when I first heard about pickleball, I'm like, what's it called? You're playing with a pickle?
It's a lot of fun, though.
Yeah,
Actually,
totally.
I played it.
But like, it's just
You
like,
played it?
I have.
Oh, okay.
it's like a maximized version of ping pong and a minimized version of tennis.
I know.
Like,
I know.
is there going
what
to be
it is.
something else like in between those two now?
It's crazy, man.
It's an older
really is.
sport.
I don't get it.
We can't move around much. You can little try to the gym.
It's an older sport.
I'm just kidding.
I got to tell you, I can't say it on camera, but I have a very funny pickleball story.
You
Really?
gotta tell us after.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it's
about your dad?
appropriate on here. No.
Oh.
No. If it was about my dad, I'd
I
say
can
it
see
right
your dad
now.
playing. I can see your dad playing.
And I'd clip it and then send it to my dad. I'd be like, Dad, look at you.
That's funny.
That last clip, it was a few weeks ago. I did of how Scraps ate half the torta.
That was awesome.
That has gotten so many views and likes.
I loved it.
I think it's so funny. My dog jumped on the table and ate half of these meat pancake things.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Anyways, FCA.
FCA, yeah. So we're gonna be rolling out like clinics in the fall, and just kind of like it's kind of like a warm, or I'm not a warm launch, a soft launch in the fall of like what it's gonna look like and stuff. And so we're gonna basically like in Carson, we launched it last fall. And so we started with soccer, and now we have flag football and soccer.
Wow.
And so there's going to be 6 teams for each one. So it's basically a league. And so everyone, that's the admin, that's the director, that's the coach, that's the ref, everyone is going to be a believer from like a local church or something like that. And so they're going to be leading that team. So everything's like being coached and taught from biblical principles. And so at the start, we do a prayer, obviously, pray over everything.
Yeah.
It's all like positive encouragement, uplifting. And at the very end, you have all the parents sitting there watching us, and then you have the kids there too. And so we do prayer and the devotion as well. And so I recently like went through the training with, FCA, and they talked about how it's not just, let's call it like 10 weeks and like 2 practices or a practice in a game. It's like, I don't know, what is that, like 24 ministry opportunities? It's like now you have all these kids and all these parents, and so it comes out to be like 2,500 ministry opportunities.
That's
And
huge.
In presence is so important in Christianity. Like just being there and being able to say, "Hey, I care about you."
Yeah.
It means the world to some of these students and these
Yes.
parents that are watching this, and the family members that come and watch, and everyone around there. Like
oh yeah.
presence is such a big deal, and I feel like that's what you guys do a lot with. Because I know a little bit about FCA. That's what you guys do a lot with FCA, is that being present, being
Yeah.
able to care for, being able to just listen.
Oh, absolutely. And we always tell people, like, you don't have to be a believer. You don't have to be an athlete. Like, this is a safe place. Like, whether you believe in Jesus or not, this is a safe place to just share, like, what you're going through, essentially. Because, like, eventually, like, we know that, like, we're going to be that positive light that's sharing Christ. And so with our words and with their actions, like they're going to start to see like there's something different about these people. And so then it's going to start asking the questions. Like one of these kids, if it's okay if I share a story.
Please.
Please.
That's what it's about.
One of these kids from McQueen High School, he got invited to FCA by his buddy, and so he started attending FCA. And so we obviously got to know him a little bit, and then we launched a Bible study on the off week. So we do like our campus meetings every other week, and so those off weeks are Bible studies in like a classroom. He started coming to those too, and the questions he was asking me, I was like thinking, there's something different going on in this guy's heart. And he's starting to ask like curious questions that, you know, you'd find from a new believer. Well, I find out later, I had to bring my 1.5-year-old with me to, you know, one of the huddles and stuff. And we're sitting outside and I see him talking to a local pastor of a church, a youth pastor. And I was like, this is kind of exciting. So once the conversation broke, went in, I talked to the youth pastor and I said, hey, like, what was that all about? And he's like, so he came up to me because he just randomly started coming to youth group. And so I got to know him very well on a personal level and stuff. And so then he's like, so I asked him, I said, are you wanting to accept Christ as your Lord and Savior? He's like, yes. And then he's like, I also want to get baptized. And so I was just like, this is huge because I got to know his story, and he comes from a family that has 2 atheist parents. And so the fact that he has a friend that just brought him to FCA so we can just share the gospel with him was just like fantastic. And it's like those little stories is what makes me like want to wake up every morning, you know. And it's like, unfortunately I live on like this side on earth and stuff, and not like 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in heaven, where it's like, dang it, I need money and support and stuff.
100%.
But it's like, man, if I could, I just live for free and just like want to do this every single day, because this is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
It's like saving the souls of eternity.
Well, that is such a cool story. I was actually going to ask you if you had a personal story like that. So beautiful. That was great. Chaz doesn't want to share any more stories unless it's about his air fryer.
What?
Yeah, sorry, Chaz.
Wait, what?
Your air fryer.
You can't like follow up a story like that. That's so powerful with an air fryer story. Okay, that does not do credit to our creator.
Did you eat those egg bites?
I did. I didn't have time to do it in the egg fryer. In the air fryer, but I did. Lily and I heated them up at work in the microwave.
Oh, it's not as good.
It was
not as
still
good in the microwave though.
It's still a good.
We have these
breakfast.
Kirkland egg bites. They're pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I used to work at Costco, so I know all about those.
Costco, you have that.
The
bite.
Reno or Sparky one?
Oh, the Reno one, man.
Oh, you were that guy.
I'm the.
That's awesome.
I'm a huge Costco fan.
Oh, dude.
favorite.
At that Costco, I could write a book within about a week about what I've seen in the
can't
parking lot
imagine.
and in the building. I'm like, this is insane.
I know. I used to be in retail. So, yeah, I know.
I don't miss it.
those egg bites, those are my go-to in the morning because they're lower calorie, and I'm on a weight loss journey. It's a little bit. Chaz hasn't noticed. He hasn't said anything today.
You look great, brother.
You gotta be a good friend.
I know. I thought we were brothers, but that's okay. You know, it's hard. It's hard sometimes.
It's not easy, man.
That's why they call it the dad bod, bro. It is hard,
Dude.
I told you it's a real thing.
Dude, there's actually science behind that.
Yeah.
I had a kid recently.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. It was 2 years ago. I guess it's not that recently. The weight stayed on longer than it should.
You had the kid?
I had the kid. But no, there's actually real science. Like,
Yeah.
men want to gain weight after they have a kid. And I guess that kind of makes sense because...
I was told it has to do with like your wife kind of gaining weight, and so you have that sympathy weight.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, really? That's what my wife told me, and we had our kid, and I'm like, I am not having the dad bod.
Oh.
So I worked out hard, man.
Are you shaming me?
No.
That's not very nice.
No, please.
I bring you
poor
on as a
Dave.
guest, and then you come in and
This is
shame
what you
me?
deal with all the time?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Ouch. It hurts my soul.
Oh.
Anyways, tell future and vision of FCA. You mentioned a little bit with the FCA sports, which I think is awesome. I still think you should have a pickleball league in there, but I think it's innovative to have a league of your guys' own, so you don't have to feel restrained by a lot of the other things happening in the community. And I used to be a pastor. That was what I did before I was here. And one of the things that got to me the most as a pastor was families that said, I can't come to church because of sports.
Oh, yep.
And it would be all the time. It'd be like seasons. And they prioritize sports over Jesus. And so in the FCA sports, are you guys avoiding Sundays? Are you guys encouraging people to go to church? Like, what? How does that look?
So our vision is to see Christ be influenced by the coaches and athletes. And then obviously, like, we want to build a relationship with all the coaches and athletes and with Jesus Christ and his church. So I'm going to start with that, where it's like every time I talk to like either the new supporter or just like the kids in general, I'm always emphasizing like, we're here to get you involved with a relationship with Jesus Christ and his church. We're not here to just share the gospel and like, okay guys, figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, we're here to get you like, you know, plugged into the church. So like, because they have the resources, the materials, all that kind of stuff. So we do avoid Sundays. So we don't do anything on Sundays. Cool. It's all about church. We don't do anything. Well, it kind of depends like what league we're in and stuff. Like, I don't know what the Carson one is, but I know for us, for the FCA league, we're not going to be doing Wednesdays and stuff, because we know and we emphasize like church is so much more important than sports. Like, I recently had a kid come up to me and say like, Campbell, I'm going to be a junior. I'm going to be playing football. Should I go to camp with my church, or should I stay and do football because I might lose my starting position? I'm like, dude, go to camp. Like, that's where your memories are going to be made. That's where you're going to build a deep relationship with Jesus Christ. And that's where like God's going to really speak to you the most. Like, this is so temporary. I'm like, if this is like really like in your calling of like, you know, week is going to kill you, then it's like, okay, I'd be like, understand. But it's like, this is football. I'm like, you're going to move on essentially. Right. So, we do emphasize that a lot, because, I don't believe in playing, sports on Sundays, especially for church, because like it's the day of Sabbath. And I don't know like what's happened in our society where it's like, oh, forget about Sabbath. We just keep going.
And that's not the way it used to be with sports. Sunday used to be protected. And then sports started seeping into Sundays. And a lot of these families were frustrated by this, because they want their kids to be in sports. They want their kids to be successful. But Sundays, it was like sports season. We knew these 5-6 families during baseball season or whatever, or football season, gone. We don't see them for months.
That's it. That breaks my heart.
And it shouldn't be that way.
No.
And so, in my wife and I, we've had these conversations where with sports, we're going to make it very clear to our son, church is a priority. We make it to church. We make this stuff happen. And because when you make anything an idol over Jesus and what he commands us, then you're in a bad place.
That could even be ministry, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done it.
I'm guilty of that for sure.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. I just want to throw you under the bus.
Okay. Hey, you got to go with Jesus. I mean, we all got to.
Poor Chaz.
Well, the thing is, like with that, it's just crazy to me, because, you know, for someone who got hit by a car and ended his baseball career, it's like, you know, I could have been that kid that like I'm so thankful for my parents for not putting me through something like that. Like, we're always going to play on weekends and stuff like that, because if I got hit by that car and ended it, it's like, now what do I have?
You have nothing at that
I have
point.
nothing. Right. And now I have so many people. I've talked to so many people, and I have so many friends that have played sports on those weekends, on those Sundays and stuff. Saturdays, I understand. Like, Saturdays is like, it's a given. But it's like Sundays, like, I have so many friends that now don't have that sport, and you can tell that their walk with the Lord is completely different. And it's like,
bingo.
I always tell this in my testimony. I'm like, if I didn't get hurt in high school with all those injuries, like, I would be in the driver's seat every single time. But the fact that I was injured every single time, God was in that driver's seat and I was sitting in the back seat and just like, okay, I'm just going to enjoy the ride as much as I can and stuff. But it's like, for the people that are on the weekends, playing on the weekends, on the Sundays, then it's like they're the drivers and God's just kind of like in the back seat. And it's kind of like, it reminds me of like the verse of being a lukewarm Christian. And I'm like, that just bothers me, guys. Like, don't you want to commit? And like, when you commit, and you commit hard.
Yep.
And it shows.
100%. And it's important for us as Christians, I believe, to make those priorities our priorities and understand what is the most important, what is the next best thing, how can we be the most effective for our nonprofits and for our families, and it's figuring out the order of what's important in our lives.
Yeah,
that's how we get there.
Yeah.
And for me, I know it's God, family, Good Shepherd.
Yeah.
A Good Shepherd's clothes closet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it should be. And it's hard sometimes to prioritize correctly. It really is. It really is. Like, there are days where I want to prioritize correctly, and I don't. And I pick the urgent. But if everything's urgent, nothing's urgent.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I like that.
So, it's true. I can't remember where I heard that.
I've dealt with that too, because, like, I remember my dad saying, like, you can't have everything be a priority. Like, if it's a priority, like, then you're pretty much shooting at nothing. Like, if you try to hit everything, you're hitting nothing.
That's correct.
And I've learned from my dad and from other people is, like, just pray for discernment, man. And it reminds me of, like, what King Solomon, asked the Lord. Just like, I want discernment and I want wisdom.
Yep.
So, tell us more about you personally. What's your personal life, sir?
I mean, do you want it from, like, just now here in Reno, or
yes.
just, like,
from
the beginning to the end?
Right, here in Reno.
Okay. So I've been here for 4 years. I have a dog named Titan.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
what kind of dog is he? He better be big.
He's a mini Aussie.
Oh no!
Nice.
No.
My wife's like, hey, I like the Titan because it's like he's small but mighty. And believe me, if you've had an Aussie, you have to exercise the guy like crazy. Otherwise, he's gonna dig and eat everything.
Lots of energy.
Lots of energy. And since I've had a kid, like, I love my dog, but I'm like, since I've had a kid, I'm like, I can't take you anymore. And like, go to the other side of the yard.
I can't do this.
Oh, it's so much.
Oh, so you have a kid?
I have a kid. He was born in October of 2024.
Oh, awesome.
His name
Congrats.
is Zion. Thank you.
Our kids are like the same age.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. You have one?
Yeah. November 1st, 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Little dude. Steven Casper. He's a little punk.
Oh,
Man,
let's go.
I'm feeling old. My daughter Lily, she's gonna be in high school this upcoming year.
Okay, I was gonna say she carries herself very well.
Oh, thank you.
I was
She's
like,
an
what are you
young
doing
lady.
and like raising her?
Oh, she loves the Lord, man. I can't take credit. She loves God and has a great relationship. And she.
It was
gets up
definitely God.
It was definitely God. She gets up, reads her Bible every morning, and prays, and she has a really special, unique relationship with Jesus, and that's carried her through a lot of obstacles in her life. So.
That's so cool because she's like the way I was talking to her and the way that she was like conversing with me. I'm like, you carry yourself very well and you have a great amount of confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And she's the ideal person that I look at and I'm like, you would be a great, like what we call captains, student leaders for FCA. And she told me she's going to Debbie Smith.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
I'm like, we're at Debbie Smith. And I'm like, I don't know if this is something that interests you, but I'm like, I know this is something like we can give you the platform and you can share your faith on that and stuff.
Well, a lot to talk. Yeah, that's cool.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have conversations.
Yeah.
Chaz,
Yes.
Speaking of talking, what are your final thoughts for the day?
Do you guys have any fundraisers coming up or things that people can get involved with as far as being able to donate? Not just through your website, but like actually participating in any events.
Yeah, so we're in the off season right now. We just finished our leadership summit where it's like student athletes come and like we equip them into communication and like leadership skills and qualities and stuff. Our next event actually isn't till... Oh, actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. We have FCA night July 23rd at Races. That's cool. Like a family faith night. Yeah. And then like because we're going into that, then on I believe it's August 7th, it's then FCA night. Oh, cool. And so we're just looking to like get people like buy tickets and just like the proceeds come to FCA.
Awesome.
We're trying to like budget, get a good budget, our Northern Nevada budget and stuff so we can like provide for all the schools. But our big thing is going to be like our golf fundraiser on October 9th at I think it's called Toyabe.
Toyabe. Yep.
That's our big thing, where a lot of the proceeds like will be going to FCA and like
Awesome.
a lot of the Bibles. My gosh, just on a side note, middle school, like we just started getting on middle school campuses this year, and the kids are just so on fire for sharing like a Bible with either one another or with an adult or a coach or whatever, that like they go like candy at a kid's pinata
That's
party.
crazy.
essentially.
That's so
There's something
encouraging
in the
to hear.
water.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There is something in the water with the younger generation.
Yeah, and it was just like they're totally fearless, and there's that jump from like middle school to high school where it's like, what happened with that fearlessness?
Yeah. Huh.
And it's like I'm in the process of praying through it and like trying to understand like, God, like how do I target someone's heart in this process and stuff. So
Well, Gen Alpha, they're like 13, 14 now. So Gen Z is high school right now. High
Yeah.
school and up.
I feel so old.
You are old, okay?
Thanks.
You have a kid and a wife.
I know.
And a Titan.
That's true.
Oh, look, speaking of, Nico said, Dada.
That
was
Steven
from
must have the
Stevie.
phone. Steven must have the phone.
He's not Dexy. Come on.
You never
Really?
know. No.
Oh, he's so cute. He's growing up so quick.
Little twerp. Yeah, when our sons are older, they should hang out.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
My kid can make fun of your kid.
Oh, like you're doing to me right now.
I know, isn't that terrible?
I'm like, guys, I just met this guy like maybe like 5 minutes before we
what
started
is
this.
happening?
And I'm like, clearly we're already friends.
That's how it works, man.
That's true.
So thank you so much for being here. How can people support you guys?
Obviously prayer is like a good one. But honestly, you know, we are people that we are missionaries, so we have to like raise our own support. And so we're constantly like trying to find supporters to support us, where we can like have the budget to like obviously like go out there and like share the gospel and like be a missionary and stuff. But obviously like sharing the word about us, because there's going to be a lot of families that have a lot of kids that are in need, and like, hey, I need someone to like really pour in my kid, and we're there for them. We like to do Bible studies. We want to do a coach's study too, but just getting the word out. And, you know, if you have any extra resources and materials that, you know, is on your heart and you're like, you want to give and stuff, that'd be fantastic. But
Where do people give?
I got a link that,
Okay, yeah, just send me a link. We'll link it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested in giving, if this spoke to you today, definitely do so. FCA is a great local organization, and they've been around for a little bit. I've known about them, and they're making a difference in the community. The FCA sports thing sounds great. Thank you so much for sharing everything you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, visit getclothes.org. We are a small local Sparks nonprofit that gives away clothes free to those in need. We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you
care.
next week.